See Tony Stewart now, his car's woke back up. He was real strong when the tires were good, but his car went away quicker than some of these other guys.
The 88 car, Brad Keselowski's been hanging in that top 12 or 13, doing a pretty nice job for a young driver here at Daytona.
Yeah, you know, he got himself settled in early in the race and just took what his race car would give him at that point in time. And now he's getting a lesson on drafting with the guys that do this for a living, so to speak, on Sundays.
And he's got Bobby Labonte right there in that 21 car. He's got Casey Kane up in front of him. He's running with the boys right here. He can learn a lot in this position.
He sure can, and he's doing a really good job. You know, you see him, he was down on the bottom just a minute ago. He saw a few guys go by on the high side. He moved himself up, and now he'll start picking back up on that pack as he gets that drafting help from behind, and the pull that the guys in front of him, as they're breaking up the air, will help pull him up.
What was it like when you came here and ran the first race here like that? I mean, who did you learn from? Who did you follow around and learn the ropes here at Daytona?
Gosh, I was just trying not to hit anything. What I was trying to do at that time, you know, it was totally different. Well, I say that, but you know, it just, the place seemed bigger than life to me. So, you know, I was just doing my best. My brother Glenn let me drive his car, and I was just out there and trying to pay attention. But when you look at it, you know, you look at the names that were there: Dale Earnhardt, Darrell Waltrip, Terry Labonte, people like that you just looked at and you saw them racing in this race, and that's who you wanted to get yourself around. There's a reason that they were racing on Sundays, and those of us that were in the Nationwide Series, which was the Busch Series at that time, that we were in that series. So I wanted to pay attention to those guys. Couldn't necessarily run with them, but I wanted to look and learn as much as I possibly could.
69 of 120 laps in the books. Kyle Busch, who won this race back in July and led the most laps in this race last February, is our leader here. Tony Stewart, Clint Bowyer, Martin Truex, and Brian Bicker. I was driving through the mystery. Our Holiday Inn Express race recap as we come back live to the Daytona International Speedway, approaching the three-quarter mark of today's season opener. A very speedy race, 166-mile-an-hour average. The caution flag has only waved once for 3 laps, and only 4 cars are in the garage and out of this race. It has been a quick and trouble-free race so far. As the race for the lead goes on, it is Kyle Busch in the 18 on the inside. Top side is Clint Bowyer in the 2. Bowyer had started on the front row. Don't forget, after our NASCAR coverage today, it's Dale Jr. Shifting Gears, a 5-part series documenting his move from DEI to Hendrick Motorsports, kind of a behind-the-scenes thing that Junior's production company did. It's been very, very interesting to watch so far, and that comes up right after our NASCAR live coverage here on ESPN2. Kind of had a pattern to this race so far, Brad.
Yeah, the thing I've noticed most of all is, you know, the real stumbles have come on pit road. Guys trying to get into pit road, there's been a lug nut here, or gas problem here, this, and this. As we go on, there's probably only going to be maybe 1, maybe 2 more stops, and they're going to have to get those stops exactly right to give their guy a chance to win this race.
Well, guys, right now, you can definitely tell the very last pit stop they had, they got the cars adjusted much closer because they're in a tighter pack right now. They really got spread out early on in the race, but right now, the chassis look really good right now, and that's what they got to get right if they're going to get this pit stop sequence right to make it to the end.
Defending series champ Carl Edwards really starting to come to life in that 60 car, racing now for the 4th spot. Remember, he was mired way back in the middle of the field for a lot of the first part of the race, but we heard from pit road that he was just kind of biding his time and getting his car sorted out. Meanwhile, the driver who was leading earlier, Martin Truex Jr., has fallen back now to the 7th spot. Dave Burns, what's going on there?
Alan, he was diagnosing a potential problem with his crew moments ago.
Got the ductwork knocked out or something. Something's fire rattling around a whole bunch. And I just got tight around the bottom. The gauges are fine, 220, 230, but I don't know, it's the metal banging around in here, rattling. I don't see nothing loose with the visual eye driving by. Just keep an eye on your temps. Keep me updated.
Drivers never like it when things are distracting. Banging metal sounds are never good, Alan. Thankfully, right now, it doesn't sound like it's a power plant issue.
He's hearing noises in the car. I've heard of hearing voices, but never know. What could he be hearing in there, guys?
It could be that some of the ballast is loose, rattling inside the frame rail. He just knows his car got tight, and he associated it with that noise. So not to say they're related, but they could be.
A little bump drafting back here, 66. Just a couple of young drivers. Stephen Wallace, last year's, by the way, Rookie of the Year in the 6 car is David Reagan.
We've got a nice mix here of veteran drivers that have been here quite a bit, have a lot of experience. A young man that as you saw the 41 car there, that I've been very impressed with. Brian Clausen is doing a terrific job in his first time in a nationwide car here at Daytona.
Both these guys with Ganassi, Branchitti is now 24th, but he's on the lead lap, keeping his nose clean, and if he does that, he'll have and excel in that lead lap. He may be able to get a good finish out of this and keep his car together, not get in trouble.
Yeah, Brian Clausen now being shown in 13th and just riding there in the top 15 most of the afternoon. Shannon.
That's right, Doc. Brian Clausen, this isn't only his first time here at Daytona. The first time he even saw this track was at testing in January. He had a penalty on pit road earlier this afternoon, got pushed back all the way into 30th, back into 30s, and of course has worked his way back up into the top 15, looking like a veteran for a kid who's making his first start here at Daytona.
And in case you didn't hear the story last year, folks, Brian Clausen, who was graduating from high school in Noblesville, Indiana, about a month before graduation, had to get a hall pass to leave school, get on a plane, and fly up to meet with the sponsors for Chip Ganassi Racing to convince him to let him race full-time this year. Then he had to come back to school and take a test the next day. So how about that? You talk about getting younger and younger. And these drivers, I mean, next thing you know, they're going to be coming in for 4 tires and a diaper change.
Well, that was a worthy hall pass there because he obviously impressed the sponsors, and he's impressing the rest of us right here on the racetrack. You know, you mentioned that he's just out there riding. He might differ with you on that statement. Here's the 5-car with Junior. We know he's been struggling with his handling a little bit, but he's continually stayed right up there at the top, Andy.
I think they've got it fit. Oh, got a tire problem here with the 59. Looks like he may have been against the wall.
Yeah, this could be the caution flag that Kevin Harvick would be looking for.
They got a caution out for debris. Caution out for debris. Good.
Just going to talk about that 5-car. He's moved up 10 spots since the restart. I believe they've got that car fixed.
Yeah. But this is a big break for Kevin Harvick. Now, he ran in that lead pack the entire time there, so now he's going to be able to circle around, go into the pits, make any changes that he wants to now, because last time he had to stay out there on the racetrack. So he's got to be liking his chances a lot better right now.
There's the debris they're talking about. Caution coming out for the second time today here at Daytona. The contact, Marcus Ambrose, second-year driver. He was the rookie of the race in this event a year ago. Had a great top 20 finish. Likeable Australian, now limping back to the garage area, and the pace car has picked up Kyle Busch, Tony Stewart, Denny Hamlin and company. And there is the 59 car.
Riding with Matt Kenseth right here, and you see may have had a tire go down and got into the wall right here with Marcus Ambrose. Does a good job not to spin in front of traffic. You see all that debris? Yeah, he's definitely blown a right rear tire hat. That tire blows out, and it just kind of blows all that sheet metal away, and probably did more damage than the wall.
Just took a big chunk out of that Kingsford decal in the back of that 59 car. It will come in and try to get some service on Tad Geschechter's machine.
But these guys pit now?
Oh, yeah, I think they will.
Maybe for the final time.
I think they're going to want to real bad.
Yeah.
These are very important pit stops, and we're going to go down to Shannon Spake as the 18 car, the leader, headed your way.
Well, Doc, if you listen into Kyle Busch's radio, you will hear a very, very happy Kyle Busch working with his team for the first time. He said he's happy as a clam. No changes, 4 tires. Mike.
And Tony Stewart has handled poorly, a little bit tight most of the day, but he says the car is getting better and has encouraged the team to keep working in that direction. Again, another chassis adjustment, air pressure adjustment. Jamie?
And Denny Hamlin on loan from Joe Gibbs Racing, making his debut at Braun Racing. He said he's just a tick tight. 4 tires, no adjustment. Dave?
Bottom of your screen, Martin Truex Jr. They have already made a chassis adjustment going back halfway. They got the car tightened up just a little bit too much. 4 tires and he leaves.
Couple of Joe Gibbs cars racing off pit road. Tony Stewart will gain the spot to the detriment of Kyle Busch. Martin Truex up 2 positions. It's a push for Boyer. Denny Hamlin bound 2 spots.
Hey, you know, I mentioned earlier about Kyle Busch might have been a little hesitant in coming in his first time, not knowing how far he could slide his car. Watch him this time. Brakes locked up 3 pits away, slides it in right on the mark.
Oh, he's got it figured out.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the key thing right here is all these guys have enough Sunoco fuel to go the rest of the way. I don't know if these tires will make it, but they got enough fuel.
And watch the race off how close it was. There is Stewart and Busch, 2 teammates, about a half a hood length separation. Ah, look how happy the crew is. What a job for Tony Stewart's bunch.